What is up, everyone? JD here. Got another everyday carry video for you guys. I hope you're all doing well today. Today I'm going to be doing my actual full review of the Kizer Sheepdog. That's going to be the regular sized or full size depending on how you're looking at this one. Now, let me get into the knife. We'll get into some reviews and some comparisons, and I'll give you my thoughts on this particular knife. So the Kizer has a 3.31 inch coated 154 cm blade steel. A really good blade steel. I really do like that blade steel a whole lot. It performs really well. Good toughness, good edge retention, ease of sharpening is really good. I really just like it overall as a blade steel. I think it's just super well rounded, and I'm so glad to see more and more budget knives bringing this to the market. The handles, before I forget, this is, if you weren't sure, on ceramic caged bearings. You can tell the blade weight, because it is the Sheepdog, does help it drop shut, but that action on the opening, 100% ceramic cage ball bearings. Beautiful action. I really do like that. I like that that matte black pivot collar on the satin black pivot looks really good too. This is just really well done. The handle is 4.39 inches. It does have inset steel liners that you cannot see unless you're looking inside the handle, and Kizer does a really good job here of even hiding the liner lock down in there. I really appreciate that. The scale material in this instance is a very well done black micarta. Really like that scale. It's very pretty. The color looks really good under the light, the way that they did that grain. Looks almost like wood grain to me. The pocket clip is reversible deep carry, so it is right hand and left hand friendly. Really good knife. And the weight on this, we'll find out here together if it'll cut on. Let me move it up a little bit there for you guys. I apologize. Block that light out so you can see. 4.4 ounces on the first attempt. Let it zero back out and try again. 4.4 consistently. So 4.4 ounces. 5 ounces probably my max on what I feel comfortable carrying in the pocket. You can carry heavier and be fine, especially if you have on jeans, but this for me would probably be my max. Now let me go ahead and do some knife comparison for you guys to give you an idea of what this compares to and how it compares. First up, my Spyderco PM2. This has a 3.44 inch S45 VN clip point blade, and it has a 4.81 inch Titanium scales, G10 scales on here. So you can see this compares pretty closely, especially if you take into consideration the slant and where that falls out here. Move these up just a touch here so I can make space for the comparison and keep those pivots lined up to give you a good idea. And then next up is going to be my Yojimbo 2. This here has a 3.125 inch coated 20 CV blade. It has a 4.5 inch G10 scale and an overall length of 7.5 inches. And this one is 4 ounces. This one's 3.75 ounces. So both these lighter than the Sheepdog. All right, so next up, we're going to bring out two more knives for comparison for some of you guys out there that might be into axis locks or able locks. So first up is going to be the Hogue Doug Ritter. This one here also has a 3.44 inch 20 CV instead of S45 yen blade. It is in a clip point style as well. It has a 4.72 inch G10 handle and an overall length of 8.75 inches. So this by far is my longest knife, and you can see some overhang both on the blade, the tip of the blade, not that my finger is the straightest, but it comes out just a little bit more, and so does that handle. Then also here, for comparison's sakes, another very popular knife in the EDC community, and that's going to be the Benchmade Bug Out. That has a 3.24 inch S30V blade. Almost forgot the length for a second there, and that is in a drop point configuration. It has a 4.22 inch blade handle, Grivery for the factory. Here I have the Flatanium scales on there, and it is an overall length of 7.46 inches. In case any of you ever wondered what the difference between the factory 1.86 ounce weight is and the aftermarket G10 scales, aftermarket is 2.3 ounces. So very, very similar. Let me get out two more knives for comparison, and then we'll do some profiles for you guys. First up is going to be the CJRB Feldspar, and these are my budget knife comparisons. Two knives that I think are outstanding value, or very popular in the EDC community, depending on which one it is that you're looking at. So first up is going to be the 3.5 inch D2 blade steel on this knife with a 4.6 inch micarta handle. The total length is 8.1 inches, and it has 3.67 ounces in the hand as far as weight. Next up is going to be the Civivi Elementum. That's going to have a 2.96 inch D2 steel blade, steel liners with micarta scales that come in at 4.03 inches, and a total length of 6.99 inches. The weight on the Elementum is 2.89 ounces, so it is the second lightest knife here. So those are some very popular knives and highly recommendable knives in the EDC community. As far as comparisons, let me let you see what it looks like from a profile perspective. So here it is against the Elementum. Sheepdog here is definitely thicker. I lost my bug out. Where did my bug out go? There it is. Here it is against the very thin and slicey bug out, and you can see it just dwarfs the bug out. No comparison there. And then my Yojimbo, which was just as thin as the Para 3. You can see here that the Sheepdog at its max contour is just a little bit thicker, but when you come down to the skinnier part of the contour, they're about the same size. So two other knives that I want to throw out here real quick. Not that they compare. Well, first, let me back up and go back to the Yojimbo, because I think this Wharncliffe style and Sheepfoot style blade are very similar, and that they compare very favorably as far as the size. The Yojimbo being the lighter of the two, and in all honesty, I think the Yojimbo just has the better ergos overall, feeling really good and really lightweight in hand. And with slightly better action, even though they're on Phosphoron washers. I think the detent and the compression lock on here just are really tuned really, really well. That's not to say that Kizer didn't do a really good job with the action on here. I just feel like, to me, the Yojimbo, you can kind of tell the difference. The quality is just ever so slightly better. Now, I don't have both of them out here, but the very first Sheepdog that I purchased was the XL. So I just want to kind of give you an idea of what the XL looks like against the regular Sheepdog, and just how ridiculously mammoth sized this particular knife is. And again, that's not really a fair comparison, because this is a very EDC-able, I don't know if that everyday carryable knife for sure. I think this is going to do a lot for you. That curved belly helps a lot, so you can get some pierce into your cut. You can definitely draw cut, but you're going to have to get way up high. The belly is going to be really good for anything that you're trying to work on the table that might be laying flat with. You got a lot of rotation there. I really do like this knife a lot. I think that the ergonomics are solid. I mean, I do think the Yojimbo is a little bit better, but I think they did a really good job with the finger choil. There's no hot spots because the liners are inset, which I really think helps with the looks. I think this knife looks a lot more premium than its price point, and I really appreciate that from Kizer. The performance has been really good with the 154cm. I'm very familiar with it. I have many other knives with the 154cm, and the edge retention is really impressive, considering how tough the steel is and how long that edge lasts in comparison with how easy it is to sharpen, to say compared to say something like the D2 metal. So overall, I can say I do recommend this knife if you're looking for something fun and different. And even if you're looking for something that you just want to carry every day, this knife is definitely going to get everything that you need done. It's going to cut your string, your zip ties, it's going to get into your packages, it's going to break down your boxes. So this knife is going to perform very well. Hopefully this comparison has helped you to see what this knife compares with and what it looks like against some other very popular knives in the EDC community. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, if you could leave a like, it really helps the channel. If you are enjoying the content, think about subscribing and turning on the notifications so you don't miss future content when it drops. I appreciate all the support out there, guys. It really means a lot to me. I hope all of you have a fantastic week. Thanks for tuning in today, guys. Peace.